So hello guys and welcome to DC East Universe, your one-stop shop for all news related to DC. This time we are back again with another episode review of Season 1, Episode 4 of Peacemaker. Before we start, I must say we give spoilers, so anybody who has not watched the Episode 4 of Peacemaker must go and watch it. But before that, give a like, subscribe the channel, share this video around and spread positivity. And also don't forget to comment and let us know what we can do. So Shovik, what do you think about episode 4 of Peacemaker?
Thank you, Sridhar, for introducing me. First of all, I would like to welcome everyone to this podcast, the episode 4 podcast of Peacemaker Season 1. And in the episode 4, I would like to say one thing, that this episode was bigger, better, and greater in all way possible. And it is very eminent in this episode that the story, which is actually unfolding very gently, is actually a story which will be connecting to the huge DCU continuity. And there are some theories which we will discuss here in the podcast reaction. And we will give our own theories and let's see whether those theories can be part of the main DCU continuity and whether we are right or wrong. Then I would like to say that in episode 4, we see that the team goes together for going into the correct step to fight against the butterfly. But here there is a twist. Peacemaker don't reveal that he has a butterfly with him, and he don't reveal that to the hardcore and to John Economos and Grandmas Munn and everyone else. And here we also see that Vigilante officially becomes a part of the team which they were already in. And now Vigilante is going with them here and there. And actually, he is also introducing himself as John Cena's Peacemaker character's main best friend or buddy. And he just tried to get involved in his life also. We also see there is a reveal of the White Dragon suit in the episode 4. And then we saw that Vigilante entered the room where the suit was present, and he was just perfect about his thought about Peacemaker's dad. That Peacemaker's dad was a racist guy, and he don't like the black people. And though Peacemaker was a guy who was very much tortured and tormented by his father in the childhood, but now he still believes that there is something good in his father and he loves his father. That is very evident. But there are few scenes and few incidents which happens in the episode 4 which will give you the example of how much a bad father Peacemaker's father August Smith or something like that, his name is, I don't know what's the exact name, something like that, August Smith is, and how badly he has influenced Peacemaker's life from the childhood. And then we got a childhood memory flashback of Peacemaker and his younger brother, who has died maybe due to some incident which happened. But that's something to watch out for in the main episode. And I would like you guys to watch that thing and then come back and watch our video, because this is high spoilers. And then we also saw that Vigilante got himself in the jail just to take the revenge of Peacemaker, because Peacemaker can't do anything against his own father, but Vigilante wants to get the revenge which Peacemaker deserves, because he was being tortured rigorously, physically and mentally by his father from the childhood. But then something turns up at the end of the episode. This episode was very emotional to me. I just felt it. I was in tears after the episode was in the climax and in the end credit scene. But then in the end credit scene, there's something happened just before the credit rolls, and that was a twist which will definitely keep you hooked up for the episode 5, and you can't wait for the episode 5 of this series. And this also gives us the example that this series is not a straight series, or not something which is very commonly made. It is something extraordinary, and it is something which came up from the pathetic and hilarious and different complex mind of James Gunn. And I would like to explore the series mostly after the episode 4, and can't wait for this series. And my review for this episode will be a 9.5 out of 10, and I think this was one of the finest episode according to the acting wise, because the acting here was perfect, and the character backstory, the way they are developing the character, is something to watch out for. And I also want to just give another theory which I have. I think there is a connection between Peacemaker and the Shazam movie, because in the end credit scene of Shazam, there was a caterpillar in the prison who was talking to Dr. Shivana, a villain caterpillar or a meta caterpillar. And I think whether or not that caterpillar is now transformed into a butterfly as a genetical biological evolution. And I think that is the story, and that is the continuity which will be going forward, with which we will go forward, and we will see Peacemaker coming into the CU to be a part of the Justice League, or maybe something like that, because we have already seen him reference different superheroes like Batman and Aquaman. And I want to mention one more thing just before I end, that there was a guy, an old man who lives in the neighborhood of Peacemaker. That guy is a hilarious person, and he is the best character to me in the Peacemaker series, because the way that guy actually enacts himself is at that age, and the way he is a great Batman fan, and how he opposes Peacemaker's theory of being a superhero like Batman. That's something to watch out for. And definitely, I am a huge Batman fan myself, and I should not accept the jokes Peacemaker make on Batman in the episode, but somehow it felt so real and so funnier in a way that it can be accepted. And I think even the Batman, if he himself ever heard of that thing in front of his own eyes or in front of him, he will also accept that and will be very friendlier and will give a hilarious smile to Peacemaker, because the character is definitely something which will definitely won your heart. And now, after episode 4, I would like to say that Peacemaker is someone from the DCU for whom I care for now. If he dies, it will be a very painful scene or painful trauma for us. So that was my review. So now I would like Shirut to introduce his thoughts and to give his review, and then we will end the podcast.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for what you said, because I absolutely agree with what you said. Sorry. First of all, I would say that again, before me beginning, you should like the video. If you did not, you should subscribe the channel, please, guys, and share this video. Okay, so now speaking about the episode, we will start from the starting, where we see that all the main characters of Peacemaker are going in a van. And there, that Peacemaker says hardcore that he shot the butterfly which came out of the mayor's head. But actually, it was my theory at that point, at that moment, that he did not kill the butterfly, but he took it with himself to analyze it. Well, that's what we got to know, and that is proved now. But talking about the different characters of Peacemaker, I would just like to point out the character of Peacemaker's father, aka White Dragon. He is such a bad and a racist character. First of all, I would like to say the love and admiration that Peacemaker gives to his father, aka the White Dragon, it is unimaginable. It is the pure love that every child gives to his or her father. But his father is not at all like a normal human being. We know that every father gives love or respect their children, but he is disappointed with Peacemaker. Peacemaker did whatever his father said, but he is not at all happy with Peacemaker. We will know why, but before that, I would just like to mention one more character, and that is the old man from the garden of Peacemaker's father's house. Oh man, he is a great character. First of all, the conversation between Peacemaker and that old man was hilarious. And I am so happy that the old man is in favor of Batman and Peacemaker is not in favor of Batman, because I would have not I would have not taken any fact related to Superman in that conversation, because it was just the roast of two superheroes, Peacemaker, which the old guy believes that he's a villain, and Batman, which Peacemaker believes is the villain. So that's what was in the interesting stuff from this thing. I also have one more spoiler, but I don't want to give it. I am sure you have got the hint, but all the characters in Peacemaker series, such as Vigilante, Peacemaker himself, Mern, Adebayo, Harcourt, and also Economus, are giving their best, and this series, James Gunn, have flawlessly did great. I just want to mention one more fact, and that is the character of Vigilante. Oh man, he is a character. He is my favorite character from this series. The way that they have portrayed the character and introduced us is amazing. James Gunn did a great job. Vigilante, we first got to know who Vigilante actually was in the mayor's house. And it was such a funny way to introduce him by giving him electric shocks. Oh man, I love the series. So that was some of the facts from the series that I shared with you all. But now I would like to give my own rating what I felt from the series. Episode 4, I would like to give 10 out of 10 because there were many facts, there could be made many theories, and also there was many surprising elements. James Gunn did so well that he did not let us digest even our food. Whenever we are trying to digest some of the scenes from the series or the episode, he is pouring one more and one more surprise. It is just awesome. My rating 10 out of 10. I would also like Shovik to give his rating now.
Yeah, I've already given my rating, that is 9.5 out of 10. But I would like to add one more thing from this episode, that the way Vigilante has developed as a character in this series, that is perfect. And I think that now he don't even deserve his own solo movie as an introductory movie. I think from here on he can get a movie called Vigilante, and we should definitely see how he explore his life and how he do his stuff in the normal DCU continuity. And one thing I definitely want to see is that how Vigilante fights in hand with Batman and other characters like Shazam and Green Lantern and Justice League together. Because the Vigilante character is somehow some kind of character who is very hard hitting. He will hit, it will hit to your heart and it will have an impact on your brain. This is the kind of character, and you will love that guy. And also you will know that this guy is a menacing mercenary who can do or kill anything, anyone, everyone, everything, everywhere.
I mean, who will not love that guy? He just went into jail and he tried to kill Peacemaker's father, aka the White Dragon. He has guts. He has a good storyline. Why would not anyone love him?
And one of the most important thing is that we were somehow from the scenes which was being portrayed by Adrian Chase, the actor, where we got to see that there is something which is also very dark or grim about his backstory, where he also felt very alone, and he is very alone, and he needs someone like a father figure and also a brother to him, so that he can rely on them. So he look up to Peacemaker as his own elder brother, and he loves him more than himself, and he has a trust also with him that he don't want him to get hurt, and he also get hurt when Peacemaker is sad. So that is something, a brotherhood, a kind of story which is very interesting to us, because we are also cousin brothers, and we also feel that kind of connection when someone like that is portraying that on the giant screen. So that is a kind of good vibes which we get from the episode 4. And another thing I want to say that is the way that guy acted, Adrian Chase, when he is not in the vigilante costume. Adebayo recognized not her. Actually, Adebayo recognized him that he is vigilante, but then he was like doing it in a comedic way that no, I am not vigilante. Who the fuck is vigilante? I don't know who is vigilante. So that's kind of thing which he is actually doing intentionally just to hide his own identity. It's something very funny and very new in DCU, because we all know that most of the superheroes are very well known, like Clark Kent. Yeah, he never accepts that he is Superman, and then there is Bruce Wayne. We all know that there is not a single instance where Bruce Wayne go out there and say that yeah, I am Batman. So these are the kind of secrets which the superhero kept with them. But Vigilante is not like them. Vigilante, when when Adidas doubt her, then finally he accepted it. Yeah, I am Peacemaker. I am Vigilante. And when Hardcore was there to take him home from the jail, he accepted. Yeah, I am Vigilante. And also Hardcore was in tears with his tears in her eyes. So that was something to very soothing and very new in DCU. So this is a very interesting take on a character of Vigilante because he is a mercenary, ruthless mercenary. We know it from the comics that he can kill and do anything, and we have already seen that on episode 3 when Peacemaker also have his problems in killing children, but Vigilante never thought it for twice.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I would just like to point out one thing, that I have one more theory, and that is, I believe that when Peacemaker took the butterfly, Vigilante or Adrian Chase knew that Peacemaker was taking the butterfly. That means that everybody except Vigilante knows that the butterfly was shot by Peacemaker. But I guess they both are on something, something to analyze and something to know, to get the truth. And you know, this will carry on. And yeah, I believe they will succeed in their mission. So that was off in our video today, this time. Thank you, Shobik, for joining me. And thank you guys for liking the video, subscribing the channel, and sharing the video to everybody. Also comment us that what are the facts do you want to know, and we will